Hey everyone, how's y'all doing today? Hope everyone's doing well, staying safe, staying away from this virus that's been going around. Anyway, today, back with another how-to video. I've got this 2003 Chevrolet Avalanche. We're basically going to be rebuilding the entire front end. I'll probably do it in a few different parts. Do a few different episode videos of it. We're going to be doing bearings, ball joints, inner outer tie rods, idler arm, pitman arm, pretty much the whole works. So I'll probably end up breaking that down into little section videos, do a video on each individual part. That way I'm not trying to confuse you going to, well, I only want to see ball joints, but you got to watch the whole video to see it. So I'll probably just do the bearing as one video, the ball joints as a video, the tie rods as a video, the pitman arm, so you can kind of, I'll leave all the links to everything, to all the videos and everything that I use down in the description below. So it's easy to find everything that you're looking for. But anyway, first things first, lift this thing up in the air, tires off, and then we'll be right back from there. All right, so we're in the air, tire off. So you pull the caliper and get the rotor out of the way. And then you'll also want to unhook this wire. It comes up into here. Up to like right here is your clip. You can kind of see it up underneath there, that's your clip. You got to undo that. It kind of stuck on there. You might need to grab like a screwdriver to pry it off or something to get it off. And then you want to open all these up. This one just opens up. This one opens up. And that one, you might just squeeze these in with your pliers, or you can open it up. I think it does either or. So we'll get to that. And then, so I'll get your rotor off. And to get the caliper, you don't have to pull the caliper off and then the bracket. You just pull the two big nuts back behind, the big bolts, which are, I believe, a 21. I'll double check that and let you know. And then just pull that off. Try not to let it hang. Grab something to kind of support it so it's not just dangling. I'm not a big fan of just letting the caliper dangle. But anyway, we will get to that point and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's actually an 18 millimeter on these caliper bracket bolts back here. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see where I'm going, but you've got one back here. Try to make it as visible as I can. The lighting is not that great, but you've got one right here. One right here. And one right here. I'm going to get some light so you can see better. And then, where is my light? Here we go. I'm using this guy right here. I have a review video on that. Go check it out. And basically, we'll just clip it to there. And we will shed some light up in here. There we go. So yeah, you've got a bolt right here. And then one just like it up top. 18 millimeter. And then your caliper will come off. Then your rotor will come off. And then to do your bearing, you just got 3 of these guys here. I would suggest grab your favorite penetrating oil and spray those down, get them soaking up. You can see I've got everything soaked that I'm going to be changing out. So anyway, we'll get to that point and be right back. We'll get this rotor off and be right back. Okay, so we pulled this out. It's a 35 millimeter. Got that nut off. And then we just come back to the back bolts here. We got this one. We got this one. We got one back behind. And if you have access to an air hammer, right in this little groove right here, air hammer that. If not, grab a ball peen. Put the ball peen part of it right in there. And then smack on it with another hammer. And if you do that, keep your nut on it so you don't mushroom out the tip of your CV axle there. And then once you get these out, you're probably going to want to smack on it with a hammer, break it free up in here, and then you're good to go. All right, so we're back. We got these bolts done, so you just need to like just give a little smacking right there. And you can kind of see it starting to come apart. You got to kind of do that all the way around. Try and try and smack at it from this side so you can get that to split up. It's kind of rusted in there, and they get that way. They get kind of rusted in there. If you got a chisel, you could stick a chisel down in there and get it. But just work at it a little bit. It'll come. All right, so we got that off. I always like to take these and clean them up with solvent and clean up around in here real good. And I always put a little bit of blue Loctite on these and maybe some anti-seize on the threads of that and around here on the bearing. See where it's all rusted really bad? That's where it goes into that knuckle. And sometimes it makes it get stuck. If you put a little anti-seize on there, actually this bearing doesn't look too horrible, but we'll change it anyway. So we gotta take this over. I usually like to take these over and clean them off. They get really dirty. Clean this off real good. If you can, get some sandpaper or something up in there. Clean that real good. Anti-seize your bolts, and you should be good to go back together. All right, so we got those all tight. Make sure you get them. Make sure you get these good and tight. All of those three. And since I'm doing more front end repairs, and I'm gonna have to take this knuckle back off anyway, I'm not putting that on yet, and this is where I'm gonna leave you on the hub bearing. So just one note is, if you're only doing hub bearings on your truck, you do not necessarily have to get it realigned. Don't let anyone try and tell you you do. You can. It's not going to hurt anything, but you don't necessarily. Just change the hub, you're good to go. So unless you are having some kind of a pulling issue beforehand, you should be fine to just hub bearing and you're back on your way. So hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the rest of the front end. Please like, subscribe, comment. If there's any better tricks you know of, by all means, share them so that I, myself, and the viewers can know all the little tricks to doing this if there's a better way. So I will see you on the next video.